name's guys, Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we are here with more Arms Week goodiness to go over. Yes, Arms Week is still here, of course. The brand new event in Destiny. It's basically kind of like Gunsmith Day from back in D1, but of course, you can get some brand new weapons like the Virginia Farah. And of course, the brand new Trace Rifle Strand variant on the Ribbontail. Now, how you can get this obviously is by getting pretty lucky with engrams. You don't have to unlock the first to then like basically get some from the engrams. You can legit just buy the engram and do it. You gotta get to Guardian rank 5 and so I'm not gonna lie, the freaking whole Guardian ranks to level up this stupid thing is just a pain in the ass. But it's gonna have some really dope ass rolls. So you'll see on the screen all the rolls you can get. So you can get the new Transcendence perk, which is here, Transcendent Moment. You can of course get Detonated Beam, there's Killing Tally, you've got of course Wellspring, Redirection, the Orbital perk, Tear. You got some really nice trans sort of perks. I'm surprised it doesn't have Hatchling and obviously Slice. But it does have the Terror, which I think is really nice in PvE. And of course, you will have the stats the Ardent trait on this as well. So extra bit of damage if you stay alive. Or you can go for Omolon Fluid Dynamics, because as I said, this is an Omolon weapon. But as I said, this is going to be the other sort of weapon you can get from this Armsday event. I will say I'm a little bit uninspired. I don't know if this is going to be the meta anytime soon. When you just go from having this yesterday, having just an absolute blast with this thing onto this, I don't know. Well, at least you can stick in some crazy ass mods to it. But as always, if a new weapon comes out, guys, we got to give it some time in the sun. Now, I will say, though, even though you give weapons time in the sun, this is not going into PvP with me. Mainly because the ammo economy in PvP, for trace rifles especially, is ass. It's like, it's the worst it's ever been since all the changes and everything. You basically just about enough to maybe kill a person with all headshots. Other than that, you run out of ammo super fast. It's so hard to regen. I'm not going into PvP, but PvE, we're going to try this out, and with a strong build and everything, it should be pretty dope. So without further ado, let's go in with the Ribbontail Trace Rifle. Alrighty, so we're going to go into, of course, some PvE with the little, of course. Oh my god, everything exploded, thank you. With the Ribbontail, of course. And you can kind of see there's where the detonator beam's going to be kind of clutch and everything. When you're hitting something pretty beefy, you keep a shot in them, eventually they start to... Oh, I went too high up in the air. Why am I just flying? What, is this low grav? Oh my god, I didn't know that mod was on. Oh god. I was wondering why I just kept going freaking up, but this will have the tenacity and it will have that mod temporal blast and everything, so it stores a little bit of the damage and then eventually just explodes like hell. It's pretty fun. There is other mods you can definitely try out and everything as well, and I'm gonna have to get used to this freaking thing. But there is other mods you can definitely try out as well on this in terms of Arms Week and everything like that. And that's what kind of makes these a little bit fun, is that you can put those sorts of crazy mods into it. But I will say, I would say I won't inspire, but it's definitely going to be one of these sorts of weapons where it's good to get rolls off, but it's not going to be anything game breaking, I don't think, for me anyways. Trace rifles, they can be pretty nice, but there is legit like no mods for them this season. Obviously last season we got a ton. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Obviously last season we got a ton for trace rifles and everything. This season we're kind of just got like none, so realistically you're not going to see this too often or anything like that. But I still will say the damage and everything on trace rifles can still be nice. So that, oh but yeah, the trace rifle, or the damage and everything on trace rifle will be kind of freaking nice and everything. You kind of see it can do some work. It's just it just isn't going to take over a different slot for maybe like a fusion rifle or a shotgun or anything. And oh my god, this freaking low grabbed. Well, as I said, in a good strong build, it might be really nice. I am a bit surprised it didn't come with Slice or the hatch thing either. It does have Tear, which I can put on as well. I have another row with Tear, which isn't too bad, but it's just really weird that it just didn't get the that sort of like really unique sort of roll. Oh, get this guy, please, thank you. Finally, we got some freaking ammo. But yeah, as I said, trace rifles themselves, they can be pretty nice for just that sort of damage. Oh my god, low grab's gonna get me killed. Low grab's gonna get me so freaking killed. Oh my god, what do I do about this? Give me the heals or Battle of War, please. Oh, save me. This low grab is gonna legit rail me. But yeah, it is nice when, as I said, if you get the detonator beam sort of roll and everything, you can just keep laying down targets and everything. You'll see them eventually explode. There is other mods, as I said, because this is Arms Week, so there is a couple of different reasons I would like to try it out and everything like that. But if you got the Unsworn or just like any other real trace rifles, it's got to be somewhat similar. There's nothing on this that's groundbreaking. Like the hand cannon is a 1-2 punch hand cannon. I mean, how crazy is that? And then you got this where it's just kind of like meh. But I do think that these trace rifles, they can do some work and everything. Like they're not bad damage wise. It's just definitely when it comes to ammo economies, that's like their biggest killer. Without the mods this season like I got last season, a lot of people would just go for more bang for your buck sort of weapons, kind of just one-tapping sort of weapons and everything like that. Don't get me wrong, I still do think that these can clap, especially with the right roll. I mean, this doesn't have any sort of hatching roll or anything, and I'm on the wrong side. Man, this freaking low grab is legit just kills all your momentum. But when it comes to the weapon, it is nice, and you can stick on, as I said, the mods, which are going to be really dope. But there's a damage you can kind of get going. You can kind of keep the shot on them. You can see the detonator blast kind of coming in as well. which is gonna be super, super dope. I'll give you that banner. Oh, my mom's so dead. Oh, thank you. There's Transcendent Dark kind of coming in for me clutch as well. But yeah, it is kind of nice in the right scenarios and everything in PvE. To make tangles and everything can be kind of nice for that as well. Get the tear kind of going, get severing kind of going as well. I do think it has some place in PvE. It's just, it's only really if you never really got like an unsworn or whatever. And even then, maybe with the Transcendent you can kind of get on this. It might be kind of nice, but I don't know. For me, it's anyway, I think it's a really nice trace rifle, but it's nothing groundbreaking. It's just not revolutionary compared to the weapon. It's basically just like a new weapon. That's all we got. It's nothing revolutionary compared to the freaking shotgun hand cannon. But as I said, if you kind of get the debuffs maybe going with it, going with a nice strong build to keep the shots on them like this, you see the explosion happen. It could be pretty nasty. And as I said, all the sort of Armsday mods you can put on weapons like this, it could be nasty for that. But as I said, it's just, there's so much broken weapons out right now. It's that even if they like get rid of the broken weapons, I don't even think this will really become like, it'll be nice and everything, but it's not gonna be anything revolutionary. But you're probably gonna be going for your hand cannon anyway. And oh no, this is no, screw this. Yes, I'm lazy, boys. I'm lazy. Oh, thank God. If I died there, that would have been so freaking sad. Alrighty, final boss time, of course. Oh, with a little detonator beam sort of weapon I called the Ribbontail itself. This might be where it's okay as well, just for laying down fire and everything. It will have sympathetic arsenal on this too, so you can kind of get damage rotations going with it as well if you really wanted to reload it. So it is kind of nice for that, but I just think overall, he's up my ass. I just think overall though, compared to like the other weapons, I know you can get severs and stuff kind of going on this, but compared to this shotgun that you can kind of do like this to get the 1-2 punch going and this freaking rail HP. Compared to that, when you compare it to this freaking trace rifle, I think it's a no-brainer what the better weapon is going to be. But you can see for accurate potential, these sorts of weapons can be kind of nice. And obviously it does have the detonator beam so I can get it going. So it can be nice in that sort of scenario. But if you already have the Unsworn or some other strand or other trace rifles, you don't really have to be worrying about this much. There'll probably be more strand rifles in the game eventually, and this one, it's nice and everything, but it's, as I said, nothing PvE defining unless some build comes out and I'm not aware of. I can't see this being meta anytime soon, but we get the damage on them. I'm with ammo. Oh! No, guys, I'm going to freaking... No! You're gonna make me join allies! No! Oh, I'm so dead. I'm gonna beam because this freaking thing's gonna have me to stand in front of everybody. Hello? Yo, what the... Where am I? What? I'm on the bottom? Oh, nope. Okay, one last push anyway on the big boy himself, and I was shot too soon. But as I said, against the boss and everything, it might be nice to get the tear kind of going if you want to, or obviously the detonator beam I have on. So as that kind of going for it, as I said though, I'm a bit uninspired because it is meant to be Ars Week. I thought they'd give us something freaking crazy to go with this, turn into like a pocket nuke or something like that. But I mean, we already got the hand cannon, so maybe maybe it's a case of they don't want to be giving us too much freaking juice. But I still do think overall that this weapon, it's still kind of cool. And that as always, it's always nice to get more of different variety sort of weapons, because obviously, as I said, the Unsworn's like the only other real strong kind of trace rifle in the game. So let's get newer versions of different models of them and everything as well. But overall, it's a nice trace rifle, but I wouldn't be saying, oh my God, this is the freaking meta, because it's okay. Well, that's it for me. And of course, the Ribbontail trace rifle itself, as I said, it's had a fun weapon and everything. It's a strong weapon too. You can kind of get the damage going with, obviously, if you go for killing tallies and this tenacity sort of ardent trait. But I will say overall that it's a new strand trace rifle, so it's nice to get newer versions of course, the different elements of weapon models and everything. So adaptive frame, strand trace rifle, pretty nice in terms of damage and everything. Detonator beam was kind of fun on it, and obviously in a good transcendent build, or even not, the transcendent moment is kind of nice. As I said, compared to the hand cannon, that's a shotgun hand cannon, brand new freaking archetype of weapon in the game, so like that rock pulse. And obviously the hand cannon being absolutely cray-cray. This is just like a real kind of viewpoint. It's just like, yeah, it's an event weapon, guys. It's like the most bog standard sort of weapon anyway. The real kicker is going to be the mods and everything. You do have to unlock more and everything. I probably don't have them all, but that's going to be the real kicker for these weapons. But I still will say overall, Ribbontail, you're probably going to be doing this event to get the hand cannon to get your god roll. So if you do pick up some Ribbontails, obviously keep them. It's a decent weapon, but it's nothing where if you got like a god roll of the shotgun hand cannon, and you're like, should I do the event anymore for the Ribbontail? I wouldn't be sitting here going, you got to keep grinding this freaking event for it, because it's an okay sort of trace rifle. It's just nothing groundbreaking. And obviously, as I said, PvP, these are absolute just ass. Trace rifles can do damage, but the ammo economy is just ass. You're never going to use them there. But PvE, as I said, if you want a good strand trace rifle, it's definitely worth picking up. But if you already have it unsworn, or you just don't really care about trace rifles too much, it's not exactly the meta. But regardless, if you liked the video, just like, and you want to see more content, subscribe. Fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see the next collective in the next one.